You're watching The Mic Check, on every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hello and welcome everyone to this week's Mic Check. Today we have a special guest with us, Larry Hudson. Now, Larry is a successful working voiceover talent, in Los Angeles, and has been active in the VO industry since 2009. He went from zero to full-time in voiceover in 2 years. He attributes his fast success to his organizational prowess, along with hard work and enthusiastic diligence. Larry's client list includes Disney, Lexus, Toyota, Krups, KB Home, Tropicana, Quaker Oats, and Kubota Corp., just to name a few. Beyond his career as a VO performer, he's well known for his 5-week recording and editing courses in Audition and Audacity, organizational webinar, How to Organize Your Computer for VO and for Life, computer and home studio consults, and private one-on-one performance coaching to a limited number of students. Today, he's here with us to share a little bit about how he works with voiceover performers to sort of help them develop their personal talents and abilities. So, Larry, time is yours.
Great. So, hi, everybody. Thanks so much. This is going to be a blast. We're going to have a lot of fun. We got 2 hours, man. We're going to crank through some stuff. I want to say first, the way this all started was, I knew Russ. I know Russ because he came and joined my weekly workout. And I started these workouts in 2010. Pretty amazing. We've added more workouts. It used to be just Wednesday morning at like 11 a.m. Pacific time. And then we added an evening workout, and then we added another one on Saturday over the first couple of years. And the way the format goes is, let's for instance say on the 10 o'clock Wednesday morning workout, there are about close to 40 people in the pool. So what I do is every week people respond to an email and say, yes, I'm in, or no, I'm not. And then what happens is I put groups together of 4 to 5 people. So on that morning workout, because I have almost 40 people, I can have as many as 7 or 8 groups working out simultaneously. And it's a very peer directed, it's peer to peer. It's not, we don't bring people in that are the experts and all that. And where we kind of come from on the workouts is a couple of things. It's a workout. There's a range of skill levels. I've had people on that workout that it was, their first read they ever did in their whole life. I've had people that have been doing this for 15 years and are highly successful and make, 6 figures. And what's great about it is what I do is I actually put the groups together so there's a range of skill level. And what you'll find is that the ones that are more skilled raise the bar for the ones that are not as skilled, and yet the unskilled will also really press the skilled to be able to come up with a way to be able to express what it is that they hear that they want you to do as a performer. So it's really, as I say, that 60% of the value comes in the directing more than the performing. So what happens is, the premise is, if you can express to me, articulate to me very, very succinctly what it is that you want me to do, then you actually are teaching yourself. So when you're alone in your booth, it's not just some googly gop in your head. It's actually, how to express it, because that's what we have to do for each other. So that's how it works. That's how and amazingly, in 9 years, we have never missed one workout. Like, that's the thing about you guys have a great quantitative mass here. And most groups that I know that have started fall out because people flake out, and, people have lives and they do stuff. But when you have a quantitative mass of people, enough people that it's, if 10 of you don't show up, there's still 5 of you here on, for the mic check. So that's really an awesome thing. And be grateful that you have this group in this way, because it's not easy to do. I've been working with a good friend to do Spanish workouts. It's called Viva la Voz. And, it's like we've had 2 workouts in 3 months because people just flake out, and it's like hard to get that quantitative mass. So the one thing I wanted to do tonight before we actually start doing the workout is I wanted to show you something that I learned from someone that is known as probably one of the greatest voiceover coaches that has ever lived. And he's still alive. He's a young man. He's in his 40s, but he's no longer coaching. He took a full-time gig as a creative director at Riot Games. And his name is David Lyerly. By show of hands, has anybody ever heard of David Lyerly? Okay, 2 people. Okay, cool. So David Lyerly, just so you know, is sort of was known as the coach to the stars. He's the guy that Joe Cipriano, Dave Fennoy, Bob Bergen, Bill Ratner, Cedering Fox, that's who they went to. And what was most amazing about this guy was that he not only was known as being a great promo coach, but he was also great at commercial and animation, which is really rare. So I had the good fortune to study with him for over 2 years, almost 2.5 years. I have 44 lessons in the can. And the day that he told me, Larry, so in a month and a half, we're going to be done because I'm taking this full-time gig, my heart sunk. And it wasn't because I was worried. I really wasn't so worried about the coaching. I was more worried that I wanted him to do my demo, and I knew we'd never did it, which we've never done. I actually wound up going to Chuck Duran. But what happened was I took it upon myself to say, he taught me so much. And what I want to do is I want to distill down just the sort of this what do you do when you a fine reduction of what it was that he taught me that was the basis of everything that changed how I approached copy. And it actually came to be in my mind when I was talking to Dan Leonard at an interview at VOBS one time. He asked me some question. I don't remember what it was, but I said, it's like I get in front of the mic now. Like I've reached that point in my career that I'm so comfortable, I'm so calm, and I'm so relaxed. And I look at the script and I actually see all of my choices. And so that's what I want to show you really quickly, what your choices really are. And it has nothing to do with emotion. So know this, I teach mechanics. I teach what I call the scales of voiceover. And remember, what we're trying to do is we are trying to get ourselves to read the same way we actually talk. And we don't do that. It's hard to do because we've created so many bad habits over the years of all the talking, all the reading we've done to ourselves in our head. So what happens is then we tend to sort of overcompensate or do all this weird stuff when we're reading copy. And what we're trying to get to is conversational, which means what it sounds like when we're talking. So Dan, you were up first. So if everybody pull up the ADM,
It's the first one.
yeah, it's the very first one because it says A. Here, hold on, I'm opening it up. So Dan, I want you to go down to the towards not the bottom, but I want you to go down to this sentence that starts, if we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, okay?
Yes, sir.
Actually, do me a favor. Read that paragraph and the next one. How can we get more from our lands? I'm not here to critique your performance. I'm actually going to ask you a question afterwards. But go ahead, do your best performance. Just read it the way you want. Those 2 paragraphs. Go for it.
If we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, we must start by answering the larger questions of today. How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet?
Great. So my question to you is, what were you thinking about? What was
wasn't.
going on in your head? There was something going on. There was always something going on. So just, think about it. What was going on? What were you focused on, like that you were trying to do?
I was reading ahead of myself.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay. And you were doing that because you were trying
habit.
to. Okay,
It's just
great.
force a habit.
Okay, good. So I want you to read it again. Read it again. Relax. No pressure. I just want to know what your brain's thinking, what you're focused on, what you're trying to calculate as you're reading. Go ahead. One more time.
If we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, we must start by answering the larger questions of today. How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet?
Okay, great. So what was going on in your head that time?
This time I felt like I was trying to tell Richard about it,
Okay.
that I'm using Richard as an example.
Yeah, I get it.
Face is always the one that pops up in my head for some weird reason.
Okay. So here's the kind of things that when you really get honest with yourself that's going on. You're trying to figure out what this thing is about. You're trying to look for the important words to be sure that, it's there. You're worried about pacing. You're worried about, getting it right. Okay. Right? Does that sound fairly accurate for everybody? Now, the question is, when you and I are having a dialogue, Dan, Are you thinking about any of those things? And the answer is no, you're not. So it's interesting. Notice this. When you and I are having a conversation and you respond to me, you notice that you don't know what the next word out of your mouth is going to be. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? Like I'm talking to you right now and I have no idea what's going to come out of my mouth next. It's pretty cool. So then the
I
question
sometimes
is,
worry about that.
yeah, I know. And sometimes I do put foot in mouth. So one of the things that I look at is what is it that's I ask the question, what is it that's generating those words coming out of my mouth? Any idea what it is that's generating those? Dan?
Oh.
If somebody else
So
knows, if somebody else thinks, I say, come on and answer
Your
the
brain.
question.
How about your brain?
Well, your brain is generating it, but what's generating it in your brain?
I think it's the expectation of what the person expects to hear.
Okay. All right. So here's what it is. It also is the answer to the question, what is the essence of all communication? Does anybody know the answer to that one? Because it's the same. It's the same answer. It's one word, intention. It's your intention that generates communication. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to put our intention on somebody else's words. And, that's not an easy thing to do. So are you with me so far, Dan?
sure.
Okay, good. So one of the things that happens when you read this is there are three things that I say that we need to do to take our reads from ready to conversational. Okay. So the first thing you need to do, number one, stop listening to yourself. Everybody here that has headphones on when you perform, you do not want to be performing with headphones on. This is the most I ever have on when I'm performing. And I don't hear much of my own voice from being amplified. It's just my natural sound because we're used to hearing our voice in a particular way. So number one, stop listening to yourself. When you're focused on what you sound like, you're trying to play director and performer at the same time, and you can't focus on what you need to focus on. So, and again, this is all stuff that I got from David. Like when I went back and started listening back to the lessons, it's like, holy crap, he gave me everything in like the first 10 sessions. And it just took, the rest of the 34 to bang it into me. So number two has three parts. And it's what is it that you think you should be focusing on? So Dan, what do you think it is that you should be focusing on when you're reading copy? The most important thing, 2A. Any ideas? Peanut Gallery?
Who are you speaking to?
Oh, did you know? I want to tell you something about that. That question is banned from our workouts.
Great.
And you want to know why?
I hit it. Great.
I'll tell you why. Because most of the time it doesn't mean squat who the hell you're talking to. But it does matter who are you that is saying this.
Who am I?
And since we're here, let's talk about this really quick. This is a Mark Cashman. Listen, I steal from everybody and I'm
Love Mark.
open about it. I tell you who I get it from. Mark he says there are three positions of presentation and it makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm. You're either on the TED stage with a big, screen behind you and talking to 1,000 people, or you're sitting at the end of the stage with people, five people 5 feet in front of you, and you're having you're presenting to them that way. And then the least one that we ever have is one-on-one, because there is always something in the copy that you go, I'd never say that to my friend. So usually everything falls into number two, which is you're sitting at the end of the stage and there's 5 people 5 feet in front of you and you're just making a easy, nice presentation. That's more important to know than who are you talking to, because you might say Bob, and Bob is like the wrong guy to be telling this to. Certainly, listen, I've done commercials where it's like when I looked at what the demographic was of who I was talking to was like a bunch of, gun-toting, bow carrying, rifles in the back of the car, all that kind of stuff. And I realized like, oh, I got to make this a little, it's got to have a little of this in it, because, that's who you're talking to. It's not somebody from Boston or whatever. So you get it. All right. So again, what do you think you should be focused on besides who you think you should be talking to? Anybody else have an idea? What is the most important thing?
The story.
Close. Meaning. The meaning of what you're saying. That is number one. When you're focused on the meaning, what will start to happen is these automatic, instinctive things start showing up. Guess what 2B is? I'll give you a secret. I'll give you a hint. Meaning. Guess what 3 is? Somebody guess.
Meaning.
Correct. And you want to think of them in 3s. Meaning, meaning, meaning. That's what's important. Meaning, meaning, meaning. Because when you're focused on the meaning, all of a sudden this thing will start to come alive. Now, number 3, a little bit harder, the last one on our list, and that is, remember how I said you don't know what the next word's going to come out of your mouth? And that's what makes it sound conversational. So you have to figure out a way to do that when you're actually reading copy. So one of the things that where I come from, every time I read a piece of copy, even if I've read it 100 times, I come from the place of that every time I read it, it's a new creation. Now, the director might want it exactly the same, except this one word. It's still a recreation for me every time. Okay, so now, the way that you do that, the way that you make it sound like you're not sure what's going to come out of your voice, out of your mouth next, is separation. There are 2 types of separations. There are full stops, you know, like a pause, like a beat. And then there's what I call a micro pause, which looks like you finish the one word before you start into the next word. Like, for instance, looking at that script, if we are to address the vital needs, see, I could do a full stop after address. If we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, but it would sound better if I just do a micro pause, which is, if we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, and I'm not stringing them together, if we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, that's called legato. That's stringing them all together. I'm making it staccato by this separation. So now we're going to talk about, by the way, this is an important thing to know. You know, they always say, give me 3 in a row. So let's look at the down below, the ADM. I'm going to show you this first, and then we're going to get into what we are, and then we're going to come back to this. Most people's 3 in a row is going to sound something like this. ADM, serving vital needs. ADM, serving vital needs. ADM, serving vital needs. And it's basically the same thing with different music. So we're going to come back to that. But what I want you to know is what changes meaning and makes things different is not tone, but the syncopation of what you're doing. And how you change syncopation is when you change where it is that you separate, where the separations are. And you're going to see that when we do this little exercise. So there was one more thing I wanted to say about that. See, the reason why people think the tone changes, I'm going to show you why that happens. Because it's not the tone that's changing the meaning. It's when you change where the syncopation is, the tone changes because you instinctively want to make it make sense. All right, so Dan, let's read just the first paragraph that I asked you to read, which is, if we are to address the vital needs of that one, read that whole thing for us. Go ahead.
If we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, we must start by answering the larger questions of today.
Okay, good. I want to address one thing that's extremely important, okay? And that is, do you guys know what upspeak is? Show of hands. Anybody know what upspeak is? Did anybody hear Dan upspeak? You didn't? Yes or no? Raise of hand, did you hear Dan upspeak? Dan, do you know where you upspoke?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Answering the larger questions.
Yeah. And do you know what? No, actually, it wasn't that.
Tomorrow.
It was
tomorrow.
It was
Vital needs
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah, it was tomorrow. Tomorrow. So when you do that, what it makes it sound like is you're not sure about what you're talking about. Can I play something for you that's really funny? This is the gross exaggeration. I got to change my setting so you can hear it. Hold on. My mic. Hold on. All right. So this is a gross exaggeration of what upspeak sounds like. You ready? Tell me if you can hear this.
Ford won't be undersold on
Can you hear that?
Yep.
Okay, good. Here we go.
Ford won't be undersold on tires. They'll find the perfect set of tires for your Ford based on your vehicle, driving habits, and local conditions. Because they have Ford trained experts with over 1 million hours of combined training nationwide. So they know your Ford inside and out. Other garages might not be as knowledgeable. And there's nothing worse than someone who's unsure of what they're talking about, right? When it comes to your Ford, beware of parts unknown. See participating store for details.
So you got to be really careful with upspeak. And listen, you guys know that the rabbit hole is always on lists. Everybody wants to F with the lists, and they upspeak it because they think they're making it pretty, and it goes the power of it goes right out of the thing. Okay, so don't worry about it, Dan. We'll catch it on the next time. But here's my now question and everybody figure this out for yourself. So we've got two. Do you see that we have two phrases? I want you to read from the very beginning and tell me where you think the end of the first phrase is. It's not the entire sentence, which sometimes an entire sentence can be the whole phrase, but there is easily found a place where there is more than one phrase here, and a phrase will have multiple ideas, Dan. So just read from the beginning and tell me where you think the end of the first phrase is. Go for it.
From the same paragraph?
Yeah.
If we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, we must start by answering the larger questions of today.
Great. So where's the end of the first phrase?
It's tomorrow.
Perfect. And then the second phrase is, we must start by answering the larger questions of today. So never noticed that before, did you? Never thought about it, right? So knowing phrases and seeing those phrases is really important to get conversational. Okay, here we go. Here comes we're going to dig a little deeper. Now I want you to tell me, what is the first idea in words of that first phrase? What do you think the first idea is?
If we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, it's looking into the future.
No. This isn't an explanation. This is read the words and tell me where the end of the first idea stops. Just like you did on the phrase. You said it was.
We are to address.
Perfect. What's the next idea?
The vital needs of tomorrow.
Yes, and the next idea.
Got to start.
We must start. What's the next idea?
Answering.
No. Read all the words.
Answering the larger questions.
By answering. Right? By answering the larger questions. And if you want, you could make of today a separate idea. Okay? So I want you to mark your copy where all those are. Just do a little slash. And I want you to read it with every single separation.
If we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, we must start by answering the larger questions of today.
Boy, did you guys hear how good that was? It's amazing. Now, so now you've got a separation after address. You've got a separation automatic. We have no choice about it after tomorrow because there's a comma there. And we've got one after start. And we're saying we have one after questions. Okay. So I want you to remove one. Pick one, any one you want. This is, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, these are your choices. These are what they mean when they say your choices, but it's never been revealed. It's amazing to me. So go ahead. Which one do you want to take out? Which one do you think is, this would be good if I put this all together?
Well, larger questions of today seems like a single thought.
Okay, so great. So let's read it that way. And let's read it the way you got it. You're going to leave address. You're going to leave tomorrow. You're going to leave start, right?
Correct.
Okay, go for it.
If we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, we must start by answering the larger questions of today.
Good. Now take out one more.
If we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, we must start by answering the larger questions of today.
Boy, that sounded pretty good to me. So you get the power, you guys, in understanding where separation goes. And you can move it around. Here, do me a favor, read it again, do it exactly the way you did, but add the one back in after questions. Go for it.
Okay. If we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, we must start by answering the larger questions of today.
So know that what we're trying to get after, what dictates our decision is what brings the most meaning. It's all about meaning. And remember, we're used to reading to ourselves, which sounds like if we're going to address the vital needs of tomorrow, we're going to start by answering larger questions today. Then, it's like this is mumbling in our head. This is what goes on. But now we're not doing that. Now we're actually speaking to we're reading for somebody else. So we have to give them time to catch up because they're not reading the copy. So that's what separation does. It brings drama. It brings the meaning forth. It's like, as I say in music, if you took 15 notes, same notes, and changed the syncopation of the length of them and how they connect and all that, that changes the melody completely. More than just changing notes, but having the same, if we have the same syncopation and different notes, we're going to still go, that sounds like the Star Spangled Banner with different notes, like that's what happens. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. Now, real quick, I'm going to give you the best exercise ever. So ready, Dan?
Okay.
We are going to read the same sentence again. And I want you to do it multiple times. And every time I want you to separate after in essence, the next separation, which is what I mean is after a word. So I want you to go, if we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow. No, excuse me. Let's do the second one down. How can we get more from the planet or more from our lands? It would be, how can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet? How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet? How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet? Did you notice even in the 3 times I just did that, the music was different every time?
Wow.
Why? Because my instincts are taking over, trying to give meaning to this thing, because we have natural instincts. So try it, Dan. Just try it, and I'll give you a break. Here's what we're going to do. You get to the end of planet, I'm going to tell you the next word that you're going to separate after, because it gets a little crazy. So let's get, if we can, let's get to lands at least. Go for it.
How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet?
Can.
How can we get more from our lands without
Yeah,
taking
okay,
more
hold
from
on. Here's the
I did
game.
that wrong.
That's okay. You got to make it really sharp, and you can't telegraph that you're going to stop. You know what I mean by telegraph? Like, you don't want to let us know. It's like, how can we get, how can we get it really sharp? Here we go. One more time from the top. Go for it.
How can we get more
No,
from our lands?
Start with the separation after how.
Okay. How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet? How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet?
We.
How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet?
More.
How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet?
From.
How can we get more from our lands without taking more
Okay,
from the
so
planet?
that's a great one. You got to really separate it so that it's you're changing the syncopation. How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet? You got to really sharpen it. So you guys, this is the best eye, brain, mouth coordinator. I warm up with this every morning before I start anything. Now, what's interesting about that is what you will find when you do it, and I can see everybody doing it, is you will actually start to hear your own music change because your instincts take over. So we've spent, 25 whole minutes on this, but I wanted to give you guys that because this is like breakthrough stuff. When you start seeing the phrases and the ideas within those phrases, there's one more level, which is beats, but just seeing those 2 things that I gave you, you'll start getting way more comfortable in the booth. And then when you're calm and comfortable, man, that's when you get to be you. And that's when it really starts being good. Okay. All right. So Dan, let's take it from the top.
All the way to the top?
All the way down. Here we go.
There's no denying the world today is a smaller place. As new markets emerge and the global middle class expands, as demand for food grows and resources grow tight. The reality is this: if we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, we must start by answering the larger questions of today. How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet? How can American agriculture be more efficient, resourceful, and productive? How can we bring more food to the world's table? As vital needs grow, how will we serve them?
Do that last line. Do that as again and don't go up on grow.
As vital needs grow, how will we serve them? ADM, serving vital needs.
Okay, remember I said I was going to come back to the tag? So given what you now know, give me 3 in a row on that tag. Let's see if he gets it, everybody.
ADM, serving vital needs. ADM, serving vital needs. ADM, serving vital needs.
So tell me what you did different on the 3. Did you think you were doing different?
Well, on the first 2, I used ADM as like just ADM. I made sure to pronounce it, and then serving vital. And then on the third one, I stretched out ADM and stretched out serving vital needs.
Okay, so there's the idea. You go ADM, serving vital needs. ADM, serving vital needs. ADM, serving vital needs. Just moving where the separation is. Very cool. All right, so I want to give you one more trick on this. This is a great trick. I think I learned this from Cashman. So basically these 3 lines, how can lines, the 3 in a row, that's like a list. Okay. So there's, and the idea is, see, on a regular list, like if we have a list, like I want you to bring me, celery, carrots, and tomatoes. I actually tell people, don't worry about making them different. You won't make them the same if your life depended on it. You will always make them different, just instinctively. You can't say carrots, tomatoes, peas. You wouldn't say them exactly the same. But when you have 3 sentences like this, there's a really cool way to do it. And it's what Cashman calls top of the ladder down, bottom of the ladder up, and then straight across. So it looks something like this. Dan, you're going to do it after me. I'm only going to do partial sentence. How can we get more from our lands? How can American agriculture be more efficient? How can we bring more food? Did you hear it? It was like ding, Go for it. See if you can do it. Just do as much as I did, just to lands, to more efficient, and to food.
How can we get more from our lands? How can American agriculture be more efficient? How can we bring food? How can we bring more food?
Perfect. Excellent job. Excellent, Dan. So there you go, guys. That's every tip I can give you for today. Now we're going to just work out. Okay? All right. So how do you want to do this? Does somebody else do you want to have somebody else step up and read this and see what you get? I don't know how you guys do this.
I'll choose Devin to go next.
Okay, great. And you direct Devin.
Oh, goody. No. No.
Okay, so I'm doing the whole thing, like
do the whole thing. Yeah, do the whole thing.
Tips. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's no denying the world today is a smaller place. As new markets emerge and global middle class expands, as demand for food grows and resources grow tight. The reality is this: if we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, we must start by answering the larger questions of today. How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet? How can American agriculture be more efficient, resourceful, and productive? How can we bring more food to the world's tables? As vital needs grow, how will we serve them? ADM, serving vital needs.
Go ahead, Dan.
I have no idea what to say.
Okay.
It sounded a lot broken up to me. I don't know if that was just...
It was, and she was pushing on words too.
Yeah.
Like twos and, just little things here and there.
You're over-enunciating again, Devin.
Yeah. Make it really relaxed.
A question I have, because I talk like that naturally, and then people, they give these conflicting, they say, oh, you just want to be authentic, you just want to be yourself, but then when I am, they say you're overemphasizing certain words, which...
Well, you don't sound like you're overemphasizing anything right now.
I'm hearing myself, but okay.
What was number 1 not to do? Do me a favor.
Dan rule.
Take off, Devin, take off the headphones.
Well, the only reason I have these so I can hear the...
Yeah, I understand, so you can hear us. I understand. But take them off and just do another take. Take them off.
Okay.
Just do another take, yeah.
All right. There's no denying The world, the world today is a smaller place. As new markets emerge and the global middle class expands, as demand for food grows and resources grow tight, the reality is this. If we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, we must start by answering the larger questions of today. How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet? How can American agriculture be more efficient, resourceful, and productive? How can we bring more food to the world's tables? As vital needs grow, how will we serve them? ADM, serving vital needs.
Much better. Much better. Agreed, everybody?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really hard with headphones. I don't know why that is, but yeah, I know. When I go into the studio, this is me, one ear. I only do one ear. And now I started taking these with me with an adapter so I can plug right into their little box that they have, and I don't have to use their headphones at all. And I'm hearing myself really well with earbuds. I love these, by the way. Bose stopped making these, and oh my God, I've got like 3 pair stashed in my drawer because I just love these things. They're the greatest. Because they don't fall out of my ears. Why? All right, good. So Devin, do it one more time and go with one ear. We can do the one ear thing. And what I want you to do is I want you to really relax. But what's missing, what sounds like it's missing is what people go, like you just don't sound connected. And what not connected sounds like is you're reading as opposed to telling me something. You know, you're just telling me a story. Listen, there's no denying the world today is a smaller place. As new markets emerge and the global middle class expands, as demand for food grows and resources grow tight. The reality is this. Like I'm just telling you the story. So I want you to relax, but you got to be relaxed. You got to relax. And I know it's hard when you got all your peers around you. So just do it one more time. Do one ear and let's see what it sounds like. One more time.
There's no denying. The world today is a smaller place as new markets emerge and the global middle class expands. As demand for food grows and resources grow tight, the reality is this. If we are to address the vital needs of tomorrow, we must start by answering the larger questions of today. How can we get more from our lands without taking more from the planet? How can American agriculture be more efficient, resourceful, and productive? How can we bring more food to the world's tables? As vital needs grow, how will we serve them? ADM, serving vital needs.
Very nice. Best read so far for sure. Excellent. Excellent. All right, cool. Good job, Devin. Good job. Good directing, Dan. Okay, cool.
I did once.
It's all right. It's fine. That's great. All right, let's do another script. So who wants to go next? Anybody? All right, go ahead, Tim. Which one you want to do, Tim?
I only have one script. I don't know why I'm.
Oh, okay. Which one you got?
No, it's a full page. There's a whole bunch of pages underneath it.
Is it really?
Scroll down.
I don't see anything. To be honest with you guys, I'm looking. I don't see anything else. Let me try it one more time here.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, sure. Now it's loading like 5 times.
There are like 6 pages on this thing. Page 2 is BP gasoline.
Oh, there it is. Okay, got it. Now it's coming down. I apologize for that, guys. Oh, let's do the what we got here. KB Home. I didn't even look at it, so it's
KB Home. That's a great one to do. Yeah, let's do that.
Code read. Okay.
So now
You can hear me
remember.
correctly.
Yeah, I hear you. Great.
Okay.
So the only thing to think about is what is this about? You already know what it's about, right?
Yep.
What is it about?
It's about a house.
About what?
About financing a house.
It's not about financing a house. It's just
Financing
about
a-
how. Just
About
come.
living in a house.
What's that?
Selling a house. I'm sorry. Selling
It's
a
not
house.
even about selling a house. It's just about homes.
Okay, just about home.
They don't sell houses. They sell homes.
Well, pardon
And
me.
they sell, and when you're selling a home, what are you selling? How do you get people to want to be there?
Well, you're selling emotions for sure.
Absolutely. Warmth and comfort and family. So that's
Memories.
that's where you're coming from. Yeah, memories, all that crap.
Memories.
Yeah, all that
crap.
Yeah. All right, whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. What makes a house a home?
Let's
Is it
see.
something
See how
we
that-
do to it? Or is it something it
Hold,
does to
hold on,
us?
Tim. Hold on a second. We got some people off mute just because we heard you.
Oh,
So you might want to put yourself on mute. All right, go ahead. One more time, Tim. Go
okay.
ahead.
All right. I'm sorry about that. Sure. What makes a house a home? Is it something we do to it? Or is it something it does to us? Is it the space, or is it how we choose to fill it? Does it happen over time, or the first time you walk through the door? Maybe you can see it taking place from one generation to the next. Perhaps it's just a feeling, or even just a memory. After 75 years of building houses, we've learned all of the things that make a house a home. Nothing is more important than the people who live there. KB Home.
Great. Read it again.
What makes a house a home? It is something we do to it.
Nope. Read it again.
What
Take
makes
your time. You're rushing, and there's words you're swallowing and things you might be missing. Just take your time. It's okay. You're
Okay.
selling houses. It's all about comfort.
Okay, let me just
Yeah.
kick back a little bit here.
Yeah, kick back.
Okay. What makes a house a home? Is it something we do to it? Or is it something it does to us? Is it the space? Or is it how we choose to fill it? Does it happen over time? Or the first time you walk through the door? Maybe you can see it taking place from one generation to the next. Perhaps it's just a feeling, or even just a memory. After 75 years of building houses, we've learned of all the things that make a house a home. Nothing is more important than the people who live there. KB Home.
Very nice. Excellent. Much, way connected. Let's do it one more time from, I just want you to pick it up after 75 years.
Okay.
And I don't want you to overcraft anything. I want
Got
you
it.
to just give me the story. Okay.
Okay.
Try it
okay.
again.
We learned of all the-
After 75 years. Yeah.
Oh, after 75. Okay.
Yeah.
After 75 years of building houses, we've learned of all the things that make a house a home. Nothing is more important than the people who live there. KB Home.
Okay, good. Really great execution. The only thing I would say, you were getting in your upper part of your first floor, and
Yes.
you want to keep it down. This is all about comfort. Comfort is down here warm. You're a baritone. You want to use it.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you want to be down here.
No.
You don't, because then we sound sinister. You know,
Yeah.
Baritones, we can get sinister really fast. But if you're up here, it's just like this. But it's not up here. I'm not straight. You know what I mean? It's just kind of right down the middle. Very nice. Anybody have any critique? Anything more you want to add for him to do his third read? Anything you want him to change? No? By the way, you guys, I know you're thinking, what would I do? But where you want to come from is, what do I think he should do? And you test it out on yourself. The more you're focused on him and not you, like, what can I give him to make it better? That's how you're going to learn all this, like, for yourself. This is the way you really get it. That's what's so great about the workouts. We focus on each other. And the way we do it, we have the last person directs the first person directs the second person, second, third, fourth. And the reason we do that is so when your performance is done, you get out of your head and have to focus on the next guy. So that you're just focused on them, not you. Like, oh my God, I did the worst job of that, and all
So
that.
it's funny during our normal weekly sessions. Actually, we're pretty good about that. But since we have a special guest, I think a lot of people are like, "Oh man, okay, what am I going to do?" So
right.
I'll
That's
go
okay.
ahead and make
It's
it
all
official
cool.
here too. Open it up.
Yeah.
Feel free to jump in and give any
Richard
feedback
has to
that
say
you want
something.
to.
Richard wants to say
Yeah,
something.
Richard, go ahead.
It still felt the earlier part of it when you got down to the latter part. I thought it was so warm. And once you got to that last paragraph, I thought was great, but you were rushing still a bit at the first of it.
Okay.
And you need to tell us the story about why a home is better. And then you get into really letting us know what the reasons are, and that, hey, we're the home builder. And the first of it, make that as warm as you made the end of it. I guess that's the
Okay.
best I can give.
And one of the ways you can do that, Tim, is
Yes.
in your mind, you have to see the pictures of what they're showing on top of your voice. When I actually did this job, it was really funny because David sent me this script one week to work on. Like we were gonna. This was one of our lessons, and I go, David, do you realize I gave you this script? I booked this. You helped me. We worked on this, and he was like, "Oh, I love this script." So what was so interesting was I hadn't seen the video. I just had pictures in my head, and they were almost exactly what was actually on the video. Or at least the essence was there. Like when it said, or the first time you walk through the door, like I knew it was going to be a door opening and walk.
Right.
And sure enough, that's what was there. So when you see that stuff, as you're reading it, that's what you want to hold on to. Try one more time. Go for anybody else. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Anybody else?
Yes, I wanted to say something. At least this is what I heard, but maybe I'm wrong. At the very end, important than the people who live there. Nothing is more important. I thought I heard Tim say, nothing is more important than the people who live there. I thought he went.
Yeah, I might have said that. Okay.
I don't know. That's
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it again. One more time.
All righty. What makes a house a home? Is it something we do to it? Or is it something it does to us? Is it the space? Or is it how we choose to fill it? Does it happen over time? Or the first time you walk through your door? Blah. Or the first time you walk through the door? Maybe you can see it taking place from one generation to the next. Perhaps it's just a feeling or even just a memory. After 75 years of building houses, we've learned of all the things that make a house a home. Nothing is more important than the people who live there. KB Home.
Nice.
Thank you, Larry.
Very nice. Really, really nice. I want you to do one thing for me. Just you did a fabulous job, but I'm going to accentuate one thing. I want you to give me a comma after perhaps.
Perhaps. Okay, got it.
So just read that line
All right.
and after 75 years of building houses. So you finish it off. Go ahead.
Okay. Perhaps it's just a feeling or even just a memory.
Do me a favor. Take it from maybe you can see it taking and then go into that.
All right. Maybe you could see it taking place from one generation to the next. Perhaps it's just a feeling or even just a memory.
Perfect. Thank you.
You
It's
got it.
amazing. That little extra bit adds a little, you're drawing us in. Excellent.
Thank you, Richard, for the direction.
Really
Thank you, Janet,
nice.
for the direction.
Really nice. Really nice. Somebody else want to give this a go?
Let me see. Let's go
Yeah,
to
Richard. You got to go, Richard.
Okay.
Is this in your wheelhouse there, buddy?
It might be. I don't know. I've got my monitor turned off, so I can't hear myself in my headphones. And
That's a good thing. Take one off so you can hear yourself.
Yeah, I've got one off.
Okay,
and
good.
there's nothing. I can hear you guys, but I can't hear myself through the microphone.
That's okay. Okay.
What makes a house a home? Is it something we do to it, or is it something it does to us? Is it the space, or is it how we choose to fill it? Does it happen over time, or the first time you walk through the door? Maybe you can see it taking place from one generation to the next. Perhaps it's just a feeling, or even just a memory. After 75 years of building houses, we've learned of all the things that make a house a home. Nothing is more important than the people who live there. KB Home.
Who was it? Who was it that just went? They just disappeared.
Richard.
Richard, yes. No, Tim. Tim. I was
Tim
looking for Tim.
went for me.
The Brady Bunch moved around and I didn't know.
Michael turned off his camera.
Yeah, that's all right. Tim, go ahead.
Yes, I'm Ellis now. I don't know.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you have to contribute here for Richard?
It's to me, it's not. Excuse me, one second.
You were that good, Richard.
Sorry about that. You took my breath away, buddy. You took my breath away. No offense, Richard, but it sounded like you were sing-song in the beginning.
Okay.
That's what I was hearing.
It got better at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a little too crafted.
Okay.
Tell me a story, Richard.
You got to know whenever we think we have to add something, it's always too much.
There you go.
It's just It just is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
You know,
that,
we
my
think we're going
mind-
to embellish this, and it's like, boy, I just screwed that up, didn't I? So just
yeah,
give it to us. You know, what makes a house a home? Is it something
okay.
you do to it? You know, and where you're going to get variance too is in your pacing. There are things you will say slow and things that you'll speed up on because they don't matter as much. Like maybe you can see it taking place from one generation to the next. Did you hear how fast I said the beginning of that? And then the second half where I got important, I slowed down. So that's another way to do it. Go for it. Try it again.
What makes a house a home? Is it something we do to it, or is it something it does to us? Is it the space, or is it how we choose to fill it? Does it happen over time, or the first time you walk through the door? Maybe you can see it taking place from one generation to the next. Perhaps it's just a feeling, or even just a memory. After 75 years of building houses, we've learned of all the things that make a house a home. Nothing is more important than the people who live there. KB Home.
Okay, so where the sing song is coming is those
Still?
first four lines sound
Okay.
they're the same pattern. You're going, is it something we do to it, or is it something it does to us? Is it the space, or is it something we or how we choose to fill it? Does it happen over time, or the first time you walk through the door? You can't do that. It's got to
No,
be
you
different. And listen, if you memorize those lines, you would not say them that way.
Okay.
It's because you're reading. That
Mhm.
you're just spitting the words out. And we're not spitting words out here, gang. We're trying to express an idea. We're trying to express, you know, a meaning of something. So, you know, like I want you to get contemplative about it. Just try those three lines one more time.
Okay.
You take it from the top. It's fine.
What makes a house a home? Is it something we do to it, or is it something it does to us? Is it the
Don't start in the same. Start up high. Just start in a different place. Is it the space?
Is it the space, or is it how we choose to fill it? Does it happen over time, or the first time you walk through the door?
Good. Do it one more time.
What makes a house a home? Is it something we do to it, or is it something it does to us?
Wait, I want to stop you for a second.
I did it again.
Wait, it's okay. No, you're fine. You were totally fine. I don't want you to do to it. I want it to be, is it something we do to it? Do you hear the difference of what I'm saying to what you said, the way you emphasized it?
Put it on the.
Yeah, is it something we do to it?
Okay.
Or is it something it does to us? You're doing, is it something we do to it?
Gotcha.
Don't put any emphasis on to.
Got it.
Okay.
What makes a house a home? Is it something we do to it, or is it something it does to us? Is it the space, or is it how we choose to fill it? Does it happen over time, or the first time you walk through the door?
Okay, good. That's okay. That's okay. Good. So what's going to happen is how long you been at this?
About 4.5, 5 years. Pretty
Okay.
heavy.
Who have you studied with?
Well, Mark's been on here. I had Kurt Hawkins that was from my local area that did coaching and demos. So,
okay. So I'm going to just be really straight with you. What's missing is you need more control. You're trying to get more control. And there's only one way to get more control, and that's to read and analyze thousands, hundreds, if not thousands of scripts. And you keep seeing the same patterns, and then they come up again, and then you know how to deal with them. But if you're just flying blind and don't ever know how to deal with them, and that's what a good coach would take you through your paces on a script like this. And I'm showing you, remember like on that previous script where we said, when I went top of the ladder down, bottom of the ladder up, across the middle, like knowing how to do that on something like this, you've got to be able, and when somebody says, I want it to sound like this, and if they give you a line read, you got to parrot it like exactly. So, you know, just keep working on it. That's awesome. Good job. Good job. All right. Let's move on to another script. Who's up?
I'll go.
Who's that?
Frank. I was looking at.
There you are, Frank.
Hi.
Okay, which one do you want? Let's see. Let's do.
I was looking at Coldwell Banker.
Yeah. I was going to say, since we're on real estate, let's stick with Coldwell Banker.
Okay.
All righty.
Well, now, here's what I'm going to suggest. This is something I suggest to all of you. This is what I learned from David. First read, discovery read. Don't care one iota about it. Figure out what's there. Make your mistakes. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. But, get into it. Let yourself make all the mistakes you're going to make, and then we'll do it again right away, second time around. Okay?
All righty.
Here we go.
This is a magical place. Pictures can't exactly express it. Words can't quite describe it. It is at once a refuge, a temple, an institution, and a sanctuary. This is a place where remarkable things happen, like childhood, friendship, family, and the day-to-day wonders of life. This is a place that honors tradition and welcomes all kinds of new ideas. This is a place that contains everything you love and everything that loves you. And someday, long from now, you may decide to leave it, but rest assured, this is a place that will never leave you. This is a magical place. This is home, Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Excellent. Do it again. Here we go. This is your real read here. Sounded really great, Frank. Do it one more time. Here we go.
This is a magical place. Pictures can't exactly express it. Words can't quite describe it. It is at once a refuge, a temple, an institution, and a sanctuary. This is a place where remarkable things happen, like childhood, friendship, family, and the day-to-day wonders of life. This is a place that honors tradition and welcomes all kinds of new ideas. This is a place that contains everything you love and everything that loves you. And someday, long from now, you may decide to leave it, but rest assured, this is a place that will never leave you. This is a magical place. This is home, Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Excellent. Okay, very good. So let me give you a couple of quick tips on this one. First of all, everybody notice that there are two lines that are exactly the same. You know what I'm talking about there, Frank? Which ones?
This is a magical place.
This is a magical place.
Right. So immediately you got to make a choice about that. So where do you think it's going to be best suited to separate this? This is a magical place. Do you think it's better at the top, or do you think it's going to be better at the bottom?
Actually, probably at the bottom.
Yeah, this time you did it in both places. The first time you did it in the top, but not at the bottom. And I agree with you. I think the bottom and then the way it folds into this is home. It's perfect. Okay. So these are the great things that you guys notice when you look at a script, because you've seen it before now. Now, one of the other ones that I wanted you to do is at the top where it goes, this is a magical place. Pictures can't exactly express it. And you could use that trick I gave. Who was it? I think it was Dan. Words can't quite describe it. You can go from the bottom up, and it really makes them sound different. Okay. See if you can pull that off. And then one last little thing, this is an aside. It is at once a refuge, really strong. You got to go down. A refuge, a temple, and here it comes, an institution and a sanctuary. You wouldn't wherever there's an and. What I was always taught is that it connects closer than the rest, so you don't separate it quite as much. You get what I mean, Frank?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, sounding great. Let's do it one more time.
This is a magical place. Pictures can't exactly express it.
Wait, I want to stop you for a second. I have a question.
Okay.
Is it a magical place, or is it a magical place?
Okay.
No, and the emphasis, this is I do it all the time. What happens is we emphasize the second word instead of the word before it, because what kind of place is it? It's a magical place. It's not a magical place. And we used to use this joke, and we called it the microphone facility. I want to go to the microphone facility, or I want to go to the microphone facility. It's usually microphone facility. So that's that. Try it again. Here we go.
This is a magical place. Pictures can't exactly express it. Words can't quite describe it. It is at once a refuge, a temple, an institution, and a sanctuary. This is a place where remarkable things happen, like childhood, friendship, family, and the day-to-day wonders of life. This is a place that honors tradition and welcomes all kinds of new ideas. This is a place that contains everything you love and everything that loves you. And someday, long from now, you may decide to leave it. But rest assured, this is a place that will never leave you. This is a magical place. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Okay, so what happened on the end, guys? What did you hear? There was a part of that didn't work. Do you know what it was at the very end?
After this, twice.
Yeah. Frank, you separated after this is home.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work. The whole idea of you separating on the one before it is so that you can really, it comes out more when you don't, if you do two things in a row like that, it kills it off. So just pick it up. Pick up the very end. Yeah, pick up the very end. Great read, by the way.
This is a magical place. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, one last thing. Yeah, really good. So one last thing. I want you to go back up to it is at once. That whole thing. You honor their commas. Okay. Really honor their commas. I didn't want you to change any of what you did prior to that except the very end. An institution and a sanctuary. That was the only thing I wanted you to bring closer together. So take it again.
Okay. It is at once a refuge, a temple, an institution, and a sanctuary.
Thank you. That's all I wanted. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. Excellent, man. I
Thank
love
you.
your 416 action. It's sounding good.
My what?
Your microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound good on that, man. Really
you.
nice. Really, really nice.
Thank you.
Everybody agree? Anything more anybody wanted to add to that read? I thought he did a fabulous job.
Great job, Frank.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All right, who else wants to read this one? Yeah.
Janet does. Janet does.
All right, Janet. Let's do it, Janet.
Come on, Frank.
The award-winning voice of Janet.
Where are you, Janet? Where are you located?
In Wilmette, in Chicago.
Turn your mic up a little bit, Janet.
Oh,
You schwitzing in there, girl?
you know,
Her kitty cat spilled her coffee.
oh, my cat. No, my cat put its foot right in my cup of coffee right before I started. Right
Oh,
in,
my gosh.
like a movie.
Kitty litter fresh.
Yeah. Turn your volume up, okay, Janet?
Kitty in the cup.
Is it up? Is it better?
Yes.
Am I better? Can
A
you
little
hear
more.
me?
You're a little far away from the mic, too, by the way.
Come on.
Yeah, you got to first of all, put that spit guard right up so it's
Your face.
barely not touching the mic.
That better?
You're getting closer. I got to show you what mic position is.
You
See
know
this?
what?
See this? Does this look sort of like yours?
Yeah.
Sorta, yeah.
Yeah. You got yours like this. What you want to do is you want to do this.
Hang it upside down.
In your third eye. This is where it needs to be. Because then you can spit and you can plosive and trust me, it works.
Okay.
All right, but you're good for now. Let's give it a go. Your first one's a discovery read. No pressure. Not that there is pressure at all. We're all friends here.
God, I'm like shaking.
Oh,
Okay.
please. All right, go ahead. One more time. Here
Wait,
we
I
go.
gotta find it. Is it Coldwell Banker?
Coldwell Banker, yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh, okay. This is a magical place. But wait, let me start again. Sorry.
Well, here, remember, I want you to make this a discovery read. I don't want you to worry about your performances.
Okay.
Just spit it out, get
All
through
right.
the words, figure out what it's all about, all that kind of stuff.
All right. Okay. This is a magical place. Pictures can't exactly express it. Words can't quite describe it. It is at once a refuge, a temple, an institution, and a sanctuary. This is a place where remarkable things happen, like childhood, friendship, family, and the day-to-day wonders of life. This is a place that honors tradition and welcomes all kinds of new ideas. This is a place that contains everything you love and everything that loves you. And someday, long from now, you may decide to leave it. But rest assured, this is a place that will never leave you. This is a magical place. This is home, Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Take a breath, do it again.
This is a magical place. Pictures can't exactly.
Wait, I'm going to ask you a question again. What kind of place is it?
This is a magical place.
It's not a magical place.
Shit.
It's a magical place. Take the emphasis off place.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Yes.
All right, here we go.
This is a magical place. Pictures can't exactly express it. Words can't quite describe it. It is at once a refuge, a temple, an institution, and a sanctuary. This is a place where remarkable things happen, like childhood, friendship, family, and the day-to-day wonders of life. This is a place that honors tradition and welcomes all kinds of new ideas. This is a place that contains everything you love and everything that loves you. And someday, long from now, you may decide to leave it. But rest assured, this is a place that will never leave you. This is a magical place. This is home, Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Okay, good. So it's interesting. So you went, this is a magical place. This is a magical place on the second one. But the first one, you did it exactly the way you did it before. See if you can do that again. This is a magical place. Magical's going to raise up. Try it one more time. Just do the very top line.
This is a magical place.
Thank you. That's it. That's it. Perfect. Excellent. Now, one last thing. I want you to go back to the same line that I can't remember who it was already. It was Frank. About it is at once a refuge. They have those commas there for a reason. We got to honor them. Okay. Just pick up that line.
Okay. It is at once a refuge, a temple, an institution, and a sanctuary.
Very nice. Excellent. All right. So does anybody else have anything they want to add to this? I have one more thing, but I want to hear what you guys got first for Janet. Anybody have anything they want to add that they heard that they think to make it more meaningful, to make it better so that the meaning comes forth even more?
There are a couple spots there where like
smile.
No, this one actually is not a smiley read to me at all.
Yeah.
No.
No, your demeanor was fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Leonard.
Yeah. There are a lot of places where I'd emphasize slightly different words. Like this is a place where remarkable things happen, a place that honors tradition, day-to-day wonders of life, and overall just have a more anthem feel to the whole thing.
I cannot wait to hear you do that.
Who, me?
No, Leonard.
Oh,
I'd be happy to do that.
I want to hear what that sounds like. So read the one line. Which one was it? The first one was remarkable.
Yeah.
Go ahead, read it. Give her a line read.
Okay. This is a place where remarkable things happen.
Okay, good. What was the other one? I don't remember. Oh, honors. Was it honors?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
This is a place that honors tradition.
Okay. He's doing it pretty softly, isn't he, Janet? It's almost an idea more than it is what's coming out of his mouth, and it's there. And what was the last one?
The wonders of life.
Oh, let's hear that one.
Let's see, where was that?
The day-to-day wonders. Yeah, let's see where the hell did that go?
And the day-to-day wonders of life.
Okay. Give me like childhood, friendship, family. Do that one. Just take it from there. Go ahead, Leonard.
Do the whole thing?
No, just from like childhood. It's okay.
Let's see.
Like childhood.
Where remarkable things happen. Like childhood, friendship, family, and the day-to-day wonders of life.
Yep. Way too much for me. There's a great term. Do you know anybody here know who Peggy? Can't remember her last name. She was James Allberger's partner. JD, do you remember? You know who James Allberger is, right? The guy that
You're talking about Penny.
Penny Abshire.
Yes.
She had a great line, you guys. It's really important. It's called "Tell me, don't sell me."
Tell me.
And as soon as you sell me,
I know.
you know, when you overemphasize, overcraft the word, you're selling me, and I'm going, he's full of crap.
Right.
I'm imagining Janet like a grandmother or a mother.
Yeah, but I will tell you, those other two you did were not bad because they were it was just a little, it was a little tweak on it. So here's one I want to give you, Janet. But rest assured, this is a place that will never leave you.
But rest assured, this is a place that will never leave you.
Yeah, and you could even back it off even a little bit more. Just think it, okay? Just think it. Try it again. Go ahead, do it again. It wasn't bad at all. It was really good. Do it again.
But rest assured, this is a place that will never leave you. Wait, did I just?
No, it was perfect. It was awesome, wasn't it, people? Raise it. Look at thumbs up. It was awesome, Janet. It was awesome.
Checks in the mail, Janet. You're good.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
Dan ruling yourself.
Yeah. So I want you to do it the whole thing one more time for the money. $5,000 check waiting for you here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Take it one more time. Here we go. It was really good. Put it all together. This is what we call the money shot.
I know. I worry that I do overact on the words, and
you're not overacting. You're doing a great job of not overacting.
Okay.
Here we go.
Just read the script, Janet. Do what comes naturally.
Okay.
Use your instincts. Don't try to sell me anything. Just keep telling me. It's really good. And you know what? Janet, do you have a family?
Yeah.
You live in a house?
Yeah.
So, kfell a little.
Do what? Do what?
Kfell. JD knows what I'm talking about. Kfell, it means like, hey, I'm so verklempt. Remember from Saturday Night Live?
I'm all verklempt.
I'm all verklempt. It's like you're so. My sister went on it. She bought her two grown children and all their grown kids on a vacation on a cruise last week, and she wrote to me, "I'm kfelling." To have the whole family together was just so, it made her feel all warm and fuzzy. So that's what you want to go for. Here we go. All right.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is a magical place. Wait, is that right? Okay, let's just do it again. I'm just gonna do it. Okay.
Yeah. What kind of place is it?
This is a magical place.
No. Answer my question. Answer my question. What kind of place is this?
It's magical.
No. Read the script. I'm just starting you off. This is your lead-in. What kind of place is this?
This is a magical place.
No, it's not a magical place. It's a magical place.
This is a magical place. Oh. Oh.
Did you just get something? Did you just hear something?
Maybe.
Okay, good. Try it again. Go for it. What kind of place is this?
This is a magical place. This is a magical place. Pictures can't exactly express it. Words can't quite describe it. It is at once a refuge, a temple, an institution, and a sanctuary. This is a place where remarkable things happen, like childhood, friendship, family, and the day-to-day wonders of life. This is a place that honors tradition and welcomes all kinds of new ideas. This is a place that contains everything you love and everything that loves you. And someday, long from now, you may decide to leave it. But rest assured, this is a place that will never leave you. This is a magical place. This is home, Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. I want you to overemphasize. I want you to do the last three lines and give me a big separation after this. So I really feel the drama.
The last three lines?
Yeah.
This is home, you mean?
There's three lines there.
Okay. I know. All right.
Okay.
This is home.
No. The line above it is the three lines.
Oh, forgive me.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the magical place?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right
you
there.
okay.
I want the separation after that one. This.
Okay, wait. I'm just going to do what I think you're telling me to do.
I want you to read, this is a magical place. This is home, Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
That's what I thought. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. This is a magical place.
No, I want you to separate after this.
Oh,
This.
I got you. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
This is a magical place. This is home, Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Very nice. And what I want everybody to know, like if you could have driven a train between each one of those sentences, but you know why I don't care? Because the notes were all perfect and I can fix it in post. That's where I come from. If the notes are right, hey, you want to take your time and, as long as it's dead on, I can always tighten it up later.
Okay.
Awesome work, Miss Janet. Really, really nice. Really nice.
Put that pause after this.
What's that?
When you put the pause, this is a magical place. This is home. You're emphasizing home. You have to, right?
This is home. Yeah.
But then it seems like she's emphasizing home on the last line again, and it sounds awkward doing it twice.
Oh.
Where home begins. Where
Okay.
home
Yeah,
begins.
Okay.
Well, try it again. Do it. Say it,
Okay.
Janet. Let's hear it.
Okay. Okay. This is a magical place.
No,
Oh, shoot. God. Oh, I'm sorry.
don't be sorry. It's okay. Just do it again.
Wait, I'm doing a space, right?
You did fine on the space. You went
Okay.
magical place. It's not a
Okay.
magical place. It's a magical place.
Okay. This is a magical place. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's good. You could probably rush that last sentence a little bit more. Coldwell Banker, where home begins. But other than that, it was great.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a director's preference there for sure. Excellent work. Nice job.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let's move on, eh? All right, so you want to have some fun here? Let's do container houses. Who wants to do it?
I'll do anything.
All right, JD, go for it.
Oh yeah, where's container houses? Where am I?
You're up next,
Page.
Mr. John.
Container.
It's on page 1.
It's on page 1. I'm up to page 1.
I think.
I'm on page 1. Why can't I?
Page 1 is ADM.
Yeah, page
I'm
1's
sorry,
ADM.
I'm sure you're right. I'm looking at individuals here. I'll tell you
What's the
what.
header?
Hold on.
You don't have it on our, you don't have it on our script.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
looking
think
at
we
it
have
right
it.
now. I'll get there. Oh, that's weird.
You want me to improv an entire spot?
Easy Care, BP. Well, you know what? It's not on here. Never mind.
We don't have it.
Never mind. That's why it's not in. Let's do BP, JD.
Okay.
BP gas.
Coming up here.
Okay.
Coming up. There we go.
Cruising down the highway.
Okay.
And you can say cruising instead of cruising.
I would have anyway. All right.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Discovery read. No pressure. Go for it.
Thanks. You're cruising down the highway and don't want to stop for gas. BP gasoline with Invigorate can help you keep on going because it can help your car get a few more gallons per tank when compared to a low detergent gas. When used continuously, it helps clean and protect critical engine parts from harmful deposits, so you can go a little farther between fill-ups. So blow by that exit. You've got driving to do. BP gasoline with Invigorate.
Okay, good. One more time. Here we go. Take a breath. Here we go. One more time.
You're cruising down the highway and don't want to stop for gas. BP gasoline with Invigorate can help you keep on going because it can help your car get a few more gallons per tank when compared to low detergent gas. When used continuously, it helps clean and protect critical engine parts from harmful deposits, so you can go a little further between fill-ups. So blow by that exit. You've got driving to do. BP gasoline with Invigorate.
Okay. So 2 things I want to point out to you, JD.
Yes, sir.
So we got one line that's the same, right? Same words, different punctuation.
True. BP gasoline.
Right. So the first one you're separating because that's the way it's got a comma. Second one doesn't have a comma. Don't separate it. BP gasoline with Invigorate. Okay. Now, one of the other things about your delivery in general, not bad at all. I just want you to make it more legato instead of staccato, which means I want you to run words together because it can help your car get a few more gallons per tank. Not because it can help your car get a few more gallons per tank. You know, kind of let the music flow together a little bit. Okay. There was one more I wanted to give you before you did it again.
Okay.
I'm trying to think here. There's a couple more things, but I only want to give you one more. And that is so here's a little thing to note that you guys, that is what I call the oh by the way. It's a line that falls in afterwards, like like I almost forgot to say it, and that's the way you can sort of deal with it. So it's in because it can help your car get a few more gallons per tank when compared to low detergent gas.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's an oh by the way. Now, what kind of gas is it? Is it, JD?
Oh, hold on a second.
Read the words. What kind of gas is it?
Where am I?
It's right in the middle of the script. When compared to.
Oh, well, compared to low detergent gas.
So what kind of gas is it? Say it.
When used continuously, it helps clean and protect critical.
No. I'm just looking at the line. When compared to low detergent gas.
Yes.
I'm asking you what kind of gas is it. So just tell me what kind of gas is it. There's only 2 words that'll tell me that.
BP gasoline.
No, it's low detergent gas.
No, it's compared to low detergent gas.
It's low detergent gas. What kind of gas is it? It's low detergent gas.
Detergent gas.
And you know what you've been doing every single time you go low detergent gas.
Oh,
okay. Just like Janet was having her problem with that other one. It's the same thing. This is microphone facility in play, folks.
I got
we all get stuck in it.
I get you.
Pick that line up real quick.
I thought you were asking me, well, what kind of gas is it?
No.
I told them you were the upspeak Nazi.
That's right. All right, so go ahead. Let's just give me the oh by the way when it compared to low detergent gas. Go for it.
When compared to low detergent gas.
When compared to, make it smooth, when compared to low detergent gas.
When compared to low detergent gas.
Very good. All right, let's take it. So there's a couple more things I want to do. Anybody else have anything they want to add? Let's give him one more thing because he's got a lot to think about.
I think BP gasoline, with invigorate is too much pause. I think it needs like a micro pause there.
Okay. All right. Give that a shot, JD. Awesome.
And then you're cruising down the highway is setting a scene, and you're kind of doing that, but it's not complete, I think.
Yeah, relax. You know, you're a storyteller. You look like a storyteller.
Cruise it down. We'll slow it down.
Yeah, we're cruising. You're cruising down the highway. All right, one more time. Here we go.
Okay. You're cruising down the highway and don't want to stop for gas. BP gasoline with Invigorate can help you keep on going because it can help your car get a few more gallons per tank when compared to low detergent gas. When used continuously, it helps clean and protect critical engine parts from harmful deposits, so you can go a little farther between fill-ups. So blow by that exit. You've got driving to do. BP gasoline with Invigorate.
Really nice, JD. Agreed, everybody? Everybody, you agree? So here's one little thing I want you to do. You just got to let yourself go. You got to give yourself permission. Listen, you're saying this like, you're saying you've got driving to do. I can hear it in your voice. You're going, hey, man, hey, you got driving to do. So work to blow by that exit. So blow by that exit.
Yep.
Have a little fun with it.
I'll make it bigger. I can do that.
So blow by that exit. You've got driving to do. It's the 2 lines that are completely almost non sequiturs to the rest of the script.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay?
Yes.
So take it from when used continuously.
When used continuously, it helps clean and protect critical engine parts from harmful deposits, so you can go a little farther between fill-ups. So blow by that exit. You've got driving to do. BP gasoline with Invigorate.
Really good. Now, what do you want me to do for that exit?
Blow by that exit.
Blow by that exit.
Blow by that exit.
See, there's a difference between blow by that exit and blow by that exit.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, so blow by that exit. No.
It's blow by that exit.
Blow by that exit. You've got driving to do.
Perfect.
BP gasoline with Invigorate.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Really good work, man. Really nice. Really nice. Excellent. Good job. All right, who wants to take a shot at it?
I'll go.
All right, great, John. Have a little fun.
All right.
And the first read, don't worry about it. You know, it's the discovery read for you.
Gotcha. You're cruising down the highway and don't want to stop for gas. BP gasoline with Invigorate can help you keep on going because it can help your car get a few more gallons per tank when compared to low detergent gas. When used continuously, it helps clean and protect critical engine parts from harmful deposits, so you can go a little further between fill-ups. So blow by that exit. You've got driving to do. BP gasoline with Invigorate.
Okay, very nice. All right, so do it again. And just remember, honor the commas because they're all in a very specific place. Don't blow by them too fast. All right, go ahead. One more time. Here we go. Here's the real read.
You're cruising down the highway and don't want to stop for gas. BP gasoline with Invigorate can help you keep on going because it can help your car get a few more gallons per tank when compared to low detergent gas. When used continuously, it helps clean and protect critical engine parts from harmful deposits, so you can go a little further between fill-ups. So blow by that exit. You've got driving to do. BP gasoline with Invigorate.
Really nice. Okay, so anybody have anything?
Well, does it matter that he said further rather than farther? I stopped
Yeah.
myself on that, but he said it
Yeah.
twice, and I thought, I don't know.
Yeah. It says farther. I would kind of question it, but if it wasn't coming out of Europe, I'd give it to him exactly the way they wrote it.
Yeah.
Or like a few more gallons per tank, because how is your tank getting bigger because of this gas?
Yeah, exactly. But it should be farther. Okay, great. So that make note of that,
That's a
Mr.
good
John.
observation.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else?
One little thing: critical engine parts got a little mush mouthed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Been a long day.
Cool. Anybody else? Yeah. Anybody else?
I think the end part starts with so you can go a little further between fill-ups. And then, I mean, when you get, charactery on it at the end there, instead of so blow by that exit, it seems like the next line up is you could go.
You could kind of warm up into it on that. Is that what you're saying, Russ?
Yeah.
Climb the ladder a little bit. I got you.
Yeah, start lightening it up right about there.
So you go a little farther between them fill-ups.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's good.
Cool.
I like it.
Let's see. There was
See,
one.
I
other-
heard different.
What did you hear?
I heard. I heard. I didn't. I don't know. I'm afraid to say it. I didn't hear a lot of emotion, but I heard at the. When John goes, so you can go a little further between fill. So blow by that exit. It was so nice how he did that, but I didn't feel it lead up to that. He could have been just as enthusiastic.
Yeah,
for the rest of it.
That's what Russ was saying.
Yeah, agreed.
That'll work, John.
Agreed. Okay, good. Let's do it again, John. Let's see what comes up.
Good,
Now
John.
be careful because in the very beginning of that read and the first part of the script, it sounded like you were trying to embellish something and trying to, and then it became a little bit silly. It's like, you're just creating a picture. You're cruising down the highway and don't want to stop for gas.
All right, a little announcery in the beginning there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't an announcery. It was just he emphasized some word like, I want to be sure you and don't want to stop for gas. It was something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It doesn't matter. Go ahead, John. Let's do it again.
All
For the
right.
money, babe. Here we go.
You're cruising down the highway and don't want to stop for gas. BP gasoline with Invigorate can help you keep on going because it can help your car get a few more gallons per tank when compared to low detergent gas. When used continuously, it helps clean and protect critical engine parts from harmful deposits, so you can go a little further between fill-ups. So blow by that exit. You've got driving to do. BP gasoline with Invigorate.
Very nice. Take it from so you can go a little farther, not further. It's farther.
Farther. I'll try to get that right.
Yep. Here we go.
All right. So you can go a little farther between fill-ups. So blow by that exit. You've got driving to do. BP gasoline with Invigorate.
Cool. How did it feel? That's always a great question, I mean, are you feeling comfortable?
There's a standing rule not to critique ourselves, but
I know. No, I'm not asking you about to critique your performance. I'm asking you to tell me, how did it feel for you?
It could have felt a little more natural, actually.
Okay. Okay. So let's do it again.
All right.
And let your instincts rule the day.
You're cruising down the highway and don't want to stop for gas.
Okay, hold on.
Gas-
So did you hear what you just did?
I did that
you
same
hear yourself?
thing. Don't
You're
want
cruising down the highway and don't want to stop for gas. It was like it's an these are absolute statements. Hey, you're cruising down the highway and you don't want to stop for gas. They're absolute. They're not questions. So when you embellish it and it doesn't come off in the right way, the meaning goes right out the window. Try one more time. Here we go.
Sure. You're cruising down the highway and don't want to stop for gas. BP gasoline with Invigorate.
Wait, I got to stop you. So every time you've done this, you went and don't want to stop for gas.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you just don't go and don't want to stop for gas? Just go.
Yeah, I suppose there was a reason. Just
what was it?
trying to embellish the negativity of having to stop at the gas station?
Yeah, it didn't come off.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to let the script do its work and you don't have to work so hard. That's what David used to tell me all the time. Larry, you're working way too hard. Relax. Just read the words. Have a little fun with it. So go
Michael
ahead.
would say, stop thinking, John.
Yeah. Here we go.
You're cruising down the highway and don't want to stop for gas. BP Gasoline with Invigorate can help you keep on going because it can help your car get a few more gallons per tank when compared to low detergent gas. When used continuously, it helps clean and protect critical engine parts from harmful deposits. So you can go a little farther between fill-ups. So blow by that exit. You've got driving to do. BP Gasoline with Invigorate.
Really nice. Very nice. That was a great look at. See, everybody, 2 thumbs up, 1 thumbs up. Yeah, you know.
Right.
So listen, John, one thing, and I'm going to say this to all of you. Notice, John, Michael, I love it. You made a little flub and you immediately just went and picked up that word.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do when we're reading to ourselves. So what you guys want to do for sure is make it a habit that you stop and go back to the place that the engineer, whether it be somebody else or you, can actually pick it up. Don't just pick up the one word you flubbed. Go back to where, if the word you flub is the first word on the sentence, then you start the sentence over. But take a break, like a beat, so that, there's space and that we can actually, pick it up in engineering, okay? That's just a rule. Listen, you guys, there isn't anything that you're doing here that isn't any different than the literally almost 1,000 people that's been through the workout in the last 9 years that I've seen. We're at 70 people in this workout every week, because we charge so much. Costs $25 a month.
Yeah, that's killer.
So if you miss one, it's like, oh, I didn't get to buy Starbucks this week.
Mhm.
All right. Excellent. Anybody else have anything they wanted to add to John's? All right, cool. Let's move on. Let's do another one. We can always come back around the horn again if we need to. Avis. Who wants to do Avis? I want a thinker for Avis.
Did we have an Avis?
Yeah, it should be there. There's Avis in each.
Oh, I got it.
Avis is top of page 3.
Yeah,
I got it.
All right, all right, Leonard.
Okay.
All right, so let's. This is going to be a great one for us to analyze together. So go ahead, do a quick, do a discovery read, and we'll have you read it once after that, and then we'll talk about it. Go for it.
Okay. You thought people wouldn't be traveling as much these days. So why are they still leaving you behind time and again to go off with their other car? Maybe it's the low rates on avis.com. Maybe it's because your back seat smells like pickles or the rate thing. Find your perfect other car at the lowest rate. Go to avis.com.
Go ahead, read it again.
You thought people wouldn't be traveling as much these days. So why are they leaving you behind time and again to go off with their other car? Maybe it's the low rates on avis.com. Maybe it's because your backseat smells like pickles or the rate thing. Find your perfect other car at the lowest rate. Go to avis.com.
Okay, good. So here's my question to everybody. I never asked this question. Well, first of all, who is he? Any idea, Leonard, who you think you are that's saying this?
I know who he is.
I know.
No, I know. Wait, let's see if he can find it first. Do you have any idea who you are that's saying this?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Anybody want to jump in? Go for it.
Yeah, it's my minivan.
You're a car.
Other car.
You're a car. And what kind of car? Who is he? And here's the question: who is he talking to? Anybody have any ideas?
Himself. He's talking to himself.
No.
He's talking to mom.
No, he's talking to
owner of the car.
another car.
Oh, the other car.
Yeah, the other car on the driveway.
He's like the
His
guy at
character
the
is
car
the
next
other car.
Right, he's the car next door going, nah, 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 nah. It's snarky as crap. So you got to get the snark in there as an attitude, okay?
You got it, Leonard.
So you're a car talking to the other car. Hey, how come they keep leaving you behind? That's where it comes from, okay? So with that in mind, let's read it again.
You thought people wouldn't be traveling as much these days. So why are they still leaving you behind time and again to go off with their other car? Maybe it's the low rates on Avis.com. Maybe it's because your backseat smells like pickles or the rate thing. Find your perfect other car at the lowest rate. Go to Avis.com.
Good. It was better. You're there. Now, one thing I want you to try, one more read I want you to do. I want you to just be snarky, but kind of seriously snarky. Because, there's something about deadpan that's really funny.
Yep.
Like when you don't try to make it funny, it's just like, maybe it's the low rates on Avis.com. Maybe it's because your back seat smells like pickles or the rate thing. Like that can be funny that way. So give it a go with that in mind. Here we go.
Yeah, I was having a hard time figuring out the rate thing, what I was doing with it. So thank you for that.
Just give them they gave you at ellipses. Flip of the hand is how long an ellipses takes. And the drama will get set. Go for it.
You thought people wouldn't be traveling as much these days. So why are they still leaving you behind time and again to go off with their other car? Maybe it's the low rates on Avis.com. Maybe it's because your backseat smells like pickles or the rate thing. Find your perfect other car at the lowest rate. Go to Avis.com.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, one little thing I'm going to give you on this. So think about if you were the car sitting in the one driveway and that old piece of crap is sitting in the, dirty is in the other driveway. How would you call out to them and say that first line? Hey.
You thought people wouldn't be traveling as much these days.
Thank you very much. So did you know what you did different? You kept going, you thought people wouldn't be traveling as much these days. But this time you went, hey, you thought people wouldn't be traveling. You thought people wouldn't be traveling as much these days. Makes all the difference in the world. Pretty cool, huh? Good job. Really good job. Anybody else want to do this one? Yeah.
I'll take a crack.
Who hasn't gone yet?
I'll take a crack at it.
Who's that? I'm sorry. I'm trying
Joe.
to look. Joe. Where I don't see Joe.
Joe's all the way down.
Joe doesn't have his camera on.
Oh, there. That's why. That's why. Okay. All right, go for it, Joe.
I'll turn it on briefly.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, we see you. Awesome.
You thought people wouldn't be traveling as much these days. So why are they still leaving you behind time and again to go off with their other car? Maybe it's the low rates on Avis.com. Maybe it's because your back seat smells like pickles. Or the rate thing. Find your perfect other car at the lowest rate. Go to Avis.com.
I love the Stephen Wright. Okay, so let's do it one more time. And the only thing I want you to change is I want you to be sure, like I told Leonard to do, you thought people wouldn't be traveling. That one. You got to give me that you thought. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is find your perfect other car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's the only thing I want you to adjust from what you just did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you're ready.
You thought people wouldn't be traveling as much these days. So why are they still leaving you behind time and again to go off with their other car? Maybe it's the low rates on Avis.com. Maybe it's because your back seat smells like pickles. Or the rate thing. Find your perfect other car at the lowest rate. Go to Avis.com.
Sounded good to me. It was great.
Film noir take.
Yeah. Total Stephen Wright, deadpan. Really nice. Excellent work. Go. All right. Let's move on to Easy Care. Who do we have left? Who hasn't read? Russ, you haven't read, and Michael hasn't read, right? That's
right.
it. And Nathan. Okay, so we got 3 of you. All right, so let's move through this. Who wants to go next? Nathan, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll take this.
This is one, sometimes the shorter they are, the harder they are. Okay. All right, go for it.
How to paint and prime a room in 2 easy steps. Step 1, paint and prime. At the same time, step 2, relax. New Easy Care Platinum Paint and Primer. Full coverage in half the time. Try it today.
Okay, good. Go ahead. Do it again.
How to paint and prime a room in 2 easy steps. Step 1, paint and prime. At the same time, step 2, relax. New Easy Care Platinum Paint and Primer. Full coverage in half the time. Try it today.
Okay, great. So let's talk about this, people. What are you hearing?
I'm
You hear-
hearing
He
paint and prime
has
at
an
the
analysis
same
about this. He has an analysis about this that none of us have, right? Yeah, you're analyzing, Nathan. You're seeing this in a different way than the rest of us.
Yeah.
You know where that is, might be, Nathan? How many steps do we have?
2 steps.
Great. Read it that way. They're not tied together. They're 2 completely different steps. Step 1.
Step 1, paint and prime. At the same time, step 2,
No.
relax.
Yeah, why do you think it's at the same time do step 2?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, those are separate.
There's
Paint
no
and prime.
This is actually something. This is something that we've actually gone over before, Nathan.
Okay.
There's punctuation. Punctuation, Nathan. It's very important.
Punctuation.
Step 1, paint and prime at the same time. That's all together. You see, there's
Yeah,
no
the periods after time.
Yeah, the period comes after at the same time.
The capital A is killing him.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, well, we can change that. But listen, they try to help us all the time, and it only derails us.
Yes.
So take it one more time, Nathan, from the top. Here we go.
Okay. How to paint and prime a room in 2 easy steps. Step 1, paint and prime at the same time. Step 2, relax. New Easy Care Platinum Paint and Primer. Full coverage in half the time. Try it today.
Okay, great. So now I want you to speed it up by 20%.
How to paint and prime a room in 2 easy steps. Step 1, paint and prime at the same time. Step 2, relax. New Easy Care Platinum Paint and Primer. Full coverage in half the time. Try it today.
Okay, great. So you want that tag to sound kind of selly, right? So the way you're going to do it is, believe it or not, you're going to kind of upspeak it. You're going to go, try it today. And
Try
don't
it
separate
today.
it. There you go. Try it today. This is a car thing, by the way. This is what they do in car spots. Today. Now I'm not going today. That's upspeak. I'm just raising it up and coming back down. Try it today. I've got 3 notes in one word. It's a glide. Okay. Now, one last thing I want you to do it one more time, and I want you to give me paint and prime at the same time. Isn't that amazing? You can paint and prime at the same time. It'll bring out the meaning more when you give it more breathing room. Try it one more time from the top. Here we go.
How to paint and prime a room in 2 easy steps. Step 1, paint and prime at the same time.
Okay, hold on. So now you're talking to me like I'm 5. So that's what slow sounds like. Because when we talk to kids, we talk really slow so that we're sure they understand it. So that's why I asked you to speed it up 25%. Okay? So how to paint and prime a room in 2 easy steps. Step 1, paint and prime at the same time. That's about how this is a quickie, babe. It needs to move. Time is money. Here we go.
How to paint and prime a room in 2 easy steps. Step 1, paint and prime at the same time. Step 2, relax. New Easy Care Platinum Paint and Primer. Full coverage in half the time. Try it today.
Very nice. Good job, Nathan. Excellent. All right. Anybody? Is this the last one we have on our list?
Are we talking about his critiquing him?
Go ahead. Yeah, give him something else.
How to paint and prime a room in 2 easy steps. I mean, the 2 easy steps is you're just blowing through it. 2 easy steps is like one of the big focuses on this. It's only 2 steps.
So separate after room. How to paint and prime a room in 2 easy steps. See, notice, look at that whole thing is the phrase, how to paint and prime a room in 2 easy steps. That's one phrase, but look at the ideas. How to paint and prime a room in 2 easy steps. There's 3 ideas in there because we could say how to paint and prime a house in 2 easy steps. That's how we know in a room is a separate idea, because you could change it out with something else. So use that separation there after room. Try it.
Okay. How to paint and prime a room in 2 easy steps.
Don't sell me on it. Don't sell me. Here's a great rule I forgot to tell you guys. When you separate, you can't punch or embellish anything around it because you've already done it with the separation. If you do that, it's double dipping and we smell bullshit. That's what happens. Okay. All right. Try it again. Here we go.
How to paint and prime a room in 2 easy steps.
Keep going.
Step 1, paint and prime at the same time.
Don't sell me too much. Don't tell me at the same time.
Step 1, paint and prime at the same time.
No, separate them. Separate them. Your separation is what's giving you the drama that you need. That's it. You don't have to embellish the words. One more time. Step 1.
Step 1, paint and prime at the same time.
Separate it more.
Step 1, paint and prime at the same time.
Wait. You just changed the way you said at the same time. By the way, notice that, everybody, that you automatically kind of do that. I want you to say it exactly the way you say it if it was all together. Paint and prime at the same time, but I want you to separate it. Paint and prime at the same time.
At the same time.
Step 1, paint and prime at the same time. Step 2, relax. New Easy Care Platinum Paint and Primer. Full coverage in half the time. Try it today.
Okay, good. Now, the only thing, just so you know, every other time you did this, when you hit relax, you were going, relax. You were kind of asking me to relax, and it was perfect. This time you changed it. You didn't need to. Okay?
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you.
As we say on the WOW workouts, you are released.
I have a question on this one.
Sure.
Right there at the end, I was thinking contrasting the full with the half. So it would be, instead of full coverage, it would be full coverage in half the time.
Well, see, you're looking for all the important words. And I don't disagree with you, but what you got to get is what's more important than the words is the ideas. And is my idea coming across? Because what happens is if we over embellish a word, sometimes we distract from the meaning. Full coverage in half the time. I mean, I don't think I have to go full coverage in half the time. I mean, you could do that. It would be a director's choice, but I don't think it adds that much. Here, new Easy Care Platinum Paint and Primer. Full coverage in half the time. In half the time. Full coverage in half the time. I mean, you could do that. But you always got to be careful. It's always one of the things that I did, you guys, when I started in this business, I started recording off the TV, all these commercials that I liked. And then I would transpose the words and then do my own version of it and compare the two. And what I realized is what my version was an over exaggerated version of what was really going on that I thought I was hearing. So that's why it's always, I just kind of pull back on things. Flat, man. You listen to the commercials, they are flat. There are a few, car commercials are sort of excitable, but most of them are really, man, they're just, they're just kind of right here. It's no big deal. They're not over accentuating anything. So, but I get your point, Leonard.
Yeah. I was just curious.
Yeah. All right, cool. Do we have any left? Or did I get it through them all here? Oh, Purina. Yeah, let's do Purina. Russ and Michael.
Russ, go for it.
Okay. Let me find it here. It's a long one.
It's okay. You know what? We don't have to do the announcer.
Skip the announcer.
Skip the announcer, yeah. So do a discovery read on it. Go for it.
Shouldn't you have a say in the creation of your dog's food? Absolutely. Because no one knows your dog better than you do. Introducing Just Right by Purina, a new kind of dog food where you drive the creation of your dog's blend and we provide our years of nutritional expertise. How does it work? It starts with you. You tell us the things only you know about your dog, like his age, weight, and breed, and his body condition, activity level, and skin coat health, and coat health, whatever. Some question Some questions are a matter of preference. When they apply our nutritional expertise and recommend a blend your dog can truly call his own, complete with personalized feeding instructions, and it ships to your door absolutely free.
Excellent. Do me a favor. Let's just go back to that one line that you were having a little trouble with. I want you to get what's there. There should be an ampersand in there instead of a two ands in a row, but it all makes sense if you just read it. Read and his body condition.
Where is it?
Right in the middle. And his body condition, activity level, and skin and coat health.
And skin.
It's after like his age, weight, and breed.
And skin and coat health.
Yeah, and his body condition, activity level, and skin and coat health. See, this is a great example where the last and is connected really tightly, okay? So just read that one line. I want to be sure you get that so you don't stumble on it when you're actually doing the read. Just read in his body condition.
And his body condition, activity level, and skin and coat health.
Perfect, thank you. All right, take it from the top. Here we go.
Shouldn't you have a say in the creation of your dog's food? Absolutely, because no one knows your dog better than you do. Introducing Just Right by Purina, a new kind of dog food where you drive the creation of your dog's blend, and we provide our years of nutritional experience. How does it work? It starts with you. You tell us the things you only know about your dog, like his age, weight, and breed, and his body condition, activity level, and skin and health code. Some questions are a matter of preference. We then apply our nutritional expertise and recommend a blend your dog can truly call his own, complete with personalized feeding instructions, and it ships to your door absolutely free.
So I want you to do it one more time because you kind of messed up some of the words. I want you to take your time and relax a little more and just do it again because it was really good. You're futzing with some of the words here. So let's do it one more time. Here we go. One more time. It's all good. Take your time. There's no rush. You don't have. You could slow down a little if you want. Go for it.
That might help. Shouldn't you have a say in the creation of your dog's food? Absolutely, because no one knows your dog better than you do. Introducing Just Right by Purina, a new kind of dog food where you drive the creation of your dog's blend, and we provide our years of nutritional expertise. How does it work? It starts with you. You tell us the things only you know about your dog, like his age, weight, and breed, and his body condition, activity level, and skin and coat health. Some questions are a matter of preference. We then apply our nutritional expertise and recommend a blend your dog can truly call his own, complete with personalized feeding instructions, and it ships to your door absolutely free.
Really nice. Really nice. It was amazing how much better that was, Russ. You really locked in on it. Really nice.
Oh, yeah.
And if there was any critique, it was that you did that pickup that you gave, which was fine that you did that, but you didn't go back far enough.
Yep.
But it was a great performance. Agreed, people? Yes, yes. See? See? Good job.
Slowing down a little.
Yeah, slow down a little. And what's great when you slow down a little, you'll start to see those separations. Give yourself permission. You can always speed. Listen, I was a drummer. For 25, 30 years, I was a drummer. So when I would learn a new beat, it was like boom, da, ba, da, da, boom. And I had to do it really slow and it was painful. But I started slow and then it would get faster and faster and faster. And then it was just me. Like I didn't even think about it. It was just my hands just automatically do it. It's muscle memory. So the same thing for us. The slower we go sometimes we have to do that to get in the groove. Great job.
Hey,
All
I
right.
like to tell the whole group here something I learned in one of your workouts, and I do that a lot here because it seems like I learn
Cool.
something every week, and then I bring it back to this one. But I was working with a guy last week, wasn't you? And he was telling me, you know, you're reading right when you don't realize the other people are watching you. When you like lose that focus or that whatever.
Awareness,
yeah, that the other people
you're
are
so
watching.
into the story.
Yeah, and you can
That's a
actually
great-
feel it and put yourself there and know you're there and be happy with it.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely. You become completely oblivious to that this is your world at that moment.
Yeah, and that's how I felt on that read. So
Well, and it sounded like it. Didn't it, everybody? It was awesome.
All right, thanks.
All right, Michael, you want to give it a shot here? We'll get you to do the announcer too.
I can do the whole thing if you want. I could try something else if somebody else, if the group wants me to try something different.
No, let's do this one. These are landmines. I gave you ones that I know are full of landmines.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. All right. Shouldn't you have a say in the creation of your dog's food? Absolutely, because no one knows your dog better than you do. Introducing Just Right by Purina, a new kind of dog food where you drive the creation of your dog's blend, and we provide our years of nutritional expertise. How does it work? It starts with you. You tell us the things only you know about your dog, like his age, weight, and breed, and his body condition, activity level, and skin and coat health. Some questions are a matter of preference. We then apply our nutritional expertise and recommend a blend your dog can truly call his own, complete with personalized feeding instructions. And it ships to your door absolutely free. A 6-pound bag of Just Right is regularly $24.99. Create a blend today at justrightpetfood.com and save 10% on your first order. A personalized blend for your dog, the protein he really wants, his photo and name on the bag, and free shipping to top it off. And all this for just $24.99. Place your first order today and save 10% at justrightpetfood.com.
Excellent.
Just right.
Really nice. So let's just because your read of the script itself, not the announcer part, was perfect. So there's just a couple things I want to add to the announcer part. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start from the bottom and go up. I want you to go place your first order today. Give me a little sell on that. Okay. It'll work. It'll work. It's not too much. And then think about this. This is, again, analysis. So you're looking at this thing. Of these 3 paragraphs, what do you think is the most important idea that they really want to get across to the buyer of this food?
That you're getting a whole crap ton for not a whole lot.
No, well, there's something specific that is going to really sell these people on buying this BS.
The picture.
That's right. Hey, it's personalized blend for your dog, the protein he really wants. But more importantly, his photo and name on the bag. So just don't blow by that. I don't want you to oversell me on it, but just don't blow by it, because trust me, that's why people are going to buy this. Because they want to see their dog's picture. You know, people are nuts with their animals.
I have too. I know.
The cat lady, come on, we understand. I got a cat. I've had dogs. I love my dog. If I could have had a picture of my dog on a food, hey, look at it. Here's his food. His picture's there. You know. All right, just do the announcer again.
Okay. A 6-pound bag of Just Right is regularly. A 6-pound bag of Just Right is regularly $24.99. Create a blend today at justrightpetfood.com and save 10% on your first order. A personalized blend for your dog, the protein he really wants, his photo and name on the bag, and free shipping to top it off. All of this for just $24.99. Place your first order today and save 10% at justrightpetfood.com.
Okay, do it one more time, and don't just have it in your mind that you know that's what you're selling, but don't let it come out your mouth. His photo and name on the bag, and free shipping to top it all off. Just let it be on the inside, okay?
Okay.
One more time.
A 6-pound bag of Just Right is regularly $24.99. Create a blend today at justrightpetfood.com and save 10% on your first order. A personalized blend for your dog, the protein he really wants, his photo and name on the bag, and free shipping to top it off. All this for just $24.99. Place your first order today and save 10% at justrightpetfood.com.
Very nice. That was awesome. Nice job. Anybody have anything they want to add? Because I thought it was good. I want to hear him do it one more time from the top.
That's what Michael's good at, subtlety.
Yeah, man. And you know, listen, it's never about, it's depending on how long you've been in this, you'll discover, if you haven't already, it's not about seeing everything. That's a good director will do that. Not that we have many these days, but the ability to execute. That's why in my workout group, I always have the person that's least skilled usually direct me. And it's not always the case, because sometimes I have really skilled people. But if there's like a brand newbie person, I'll have them do me, because My job is to take whatever they're trying to express because they don't know how to direct yet. And I have to take what they are giving me and figure out something. Because guess what? That's what most of the directors you deal with now are like. They're the guy from human resources. They don't know how to direct. They're not pros. They just go, well, I need it to feel warmer. And now your job is to figure out what to do to make it feel warmer. They don't know how to express any of that. So
It's funny, we actually go into a lot of that, but yeah, I'll go from the top. I'll put it all together.
All right, here we go.
Shouldn't you have a say in the creation of your dog's food? Absolutely, because no one knows your dog better than you do. Introducing Just Right by Purina, a new kind of dog food where you drive the creation of your dog's blend, and we provide our years of nutritional expertise. How does it work? It starts with you. You tell us the things only you know about your dog, like his age, weight, and breed, and his body condition, activity level, and skin and coat health. Some questions are a matter of preference. We then apply our nutritional expertise and recommend a blend your dog can truly call his own, complete with personalized feeding instructions. And it ships to your door absolutely free. A 6-pound bag of Just Right is regularly $24.99. Create a blend today at justrightpetfood.com and save 10% on your first order. A personalized blend for your dog, the protein he really wants, his photo and name on the bag, and free shipping to top it off. All this for just $24.99. Place your first order today and save 10% at justrightpetfood.com.
Excellent. Now, one thing I want you to go back, I want you to pick up, pick up from like his age, weight, go through that to matter. I love your matter of preference. You don't need, just read those 2 lines, like his age and his body, and be sure you downspeak them all. Like his age, weight, and breed.
Okay. So just from there.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go through the rest of it or just those 2 lines?
No, just those 2 lines.
Okay. Like his age, weight, and breed, and his body condition, activity level, and skin and coat health.
Same one, same way. And his body condition, activity level.
Okay.
Try it again.
Like his age, weight, and breed, and his body condition, activity level, and skin and coat health.
Good, okay, good. Now, the way you can make that a little different and a little more exciting, Michael, is think of it like this, like his age, weight, and breed, and his body condition, because you're adding more. So you can kind of bring it up a little bit more. Just try that again. Try it that way.
Like his age, weight, and breed, and his body condition, activity level, and skin and coat health.
Yep, that's it. Good, excellent. Just be careful. You have a tendency sometimes, everything else is executed so well that I'm not pointing, making a big deal because it all worked and that's what matters. But you want to be careful that you don't float words or kind of slightly up on, especially on lists. It's always on lists because when you go down on them, they're always more powerful. That's just the way it is. I don't know why, but it is. You heard Ford.
Yeah.
And know what they're talking about, that kind of thing. Well, awesome. Thank you guys. This was so much fun. I had a great time.
So did we.
What was that?
So did we.
All right, great.
Larry, real quick, before we stop, let us know, how can we find you? Where do you, what services do you offer? What's coming up with you? Let us know.
Okay, sure. So obviously I have my weekly workout that Russ is a part of. I have several people. I have probably 23 people that are initiators, people that start the Skype call like I do. So when people first start on the workout, I always keep them with me for 2 weeks and then I throw them into the pool and I might not see them for another 2 to 3 months, because every week the groups are different. I'm recreating the groups and I see who they were with and I move all those. So that happens every week. We do it on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. and Saturday at 10 a.m. all Pacific. We go an hour and a half. We do 2 rounds. There are 4 to 5 people in a group. So that's the workouts. By the way, all of this can be found on my website. If you go to larryhudsonvo.com and you go up to the top, there's a pull down menu. It says VO Heaven. That's where all the other stuff that I do is available. Okay. So I teach 2 5-week courses in recording and editing. One is on Audacity that we just finished last week. And we have a new one starting for Adobe Audition on this coming Monday. And then I mentioned to you that Julie Williams, I'm going to send out if you're interested. I'm going to do, it would be kind of for $50. It'd be a great precursor to what it is that I teach in the 5-week course, because it is in essence the context for the whole damn thing. If you understand these 6 things, and you could even go and figure out on your own how to execute them, which would not be very hard, it'll be well worth it, because it's really not the how-to on a specific program. And then I also, this is another one you must, or is anybody here not on Mark Cashman's mailing list? Well, I'll tell you what, let me give you my email. You guys send me an email. I'll put you on my mailing list, because this Sunday we are having the 3 Muses. Mark and I do a free webinar like every quarter, and it's always something. And this one's going to be a little different, because we're really bringing these ladies in to tell you about what they sell. But they're going to give, it's Melanie Murphy, Tracy Lindley, and Natasha Marchevka. Now, I don't know if you guys know who these people are, but Melanie is the queen of face-to-face networking, getting work that way. She knows how to make that work. Natasha is the list queen. This woman does 10 jobs a day, if not more. She has a family and 2 young kids. She's amazing. And then Tracy Lindley, she's known as the LinkedIn expert. So we're doing a free webinar for an hour and a half on this Sunday on the 23rd, 6th, 27th.
Yeah, I registered that. Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to, it's free. Now remember, it's the 23rd. Yeah. There's only 100 seats, because every time I go and buy the webinar package for 500, and we already have 350 people signed up for this. But even though I've had 350 people say yes, I always have under 100. So if you want to see the thing live, get there early. The other thing is you do get the recording no matter what. So it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other. You get the recording.
Great.
So that's
okay, good, because I'll be traveling then. That's why I didn't want to register.
No, register. You'll get the recording. And then other than that, I teach. I have a great course that I'm about to do again, which is how to organize your computer for voiceover and for live. In all of the tech stuff that I do with people, like even in the courses, most people's problems have nothing to do with Audacity or Adobe Audition and how to use it. They just don't understand how to organize their computer to be able to find the stuff that they're trying to find. And listen, we deal with a lot of files. We got to be organized. Listen, you guys asked me for my very first audition. It'll take me 2 minutes and I'll find it, because it's in my archive, and I know exactly where. Everything is very intuitive for me, and I make it's a real simple system. And I'm actually probably going to do that sometime in July. And then lastly, before, God, boy, am I selling tonight. We're doing the 3 Voice-Keteers in LA. If you are in LA or want to come to LA, there's a deal on the hotel. We're doing it at the Marriott Fairfield Inn, and it's a 9-hour with a 70-minute lunch break. And we are doing basically Julie Williams is doing e-learning and narration for like 2.5 hours. I'm doing an hour and a half tech thing, and Mark is doing 2.5 hours of commercial. So, and it's all going to be recorded as well. So, that would probably be part of the deal.
When July? When in July?
27th. The 27th of July. It's a Saturday.
That's funny. Saturday. That's when I get into LA.
Oh, really? It's the same day?
Same day, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, get in early. What time are you getting in?
I don't know.
I think it's like right now this early bird special is $425, or you can do 2 payments of $230 each, or after July 4th it's going to go up to $450. And it's limited to 15 people. That's it. Okay?
Wow, that's
all right, cool. Any questions about, by the way, when you guys get this recording, I want you to go back and listen to that whole beginning thing that we did. Because let me tell you, all that worry about where do I breathe, it goes away. It's all handled when you're separating in the right places based on what brings the most meaning. Okay? It's like gold to me. So,
Thank you.
And you'll find some other stuff like in my VO Heaven, my personal coaching is there. Yeah, it's all there. And there's actually a couple of free things that are there that are really cool. One is called the work time calculator. It's just an Excel spreadsheet that you put in the number of words and it tells you how long it's really going to take you to do it.
Oh my
Not
God.
just to speak it, but to edit it. By the way, most people don't understand. What do you guys think the multiple is for if something takes me 1 minute to read, how long is it going to take me to finish? 5 times? You're close. I go with 6. 6 times. So if you got 1 minute, I always make it 2 minutes because I got pickups and I got crap to do. So now I got 2 minutes for a 1 minute finished, and then 1 times 6, 1 times 6, 6 times if it's 1 minute. So that means I got 6 minutes plus 2. It's going to take me at least 8 minutes to do a 1 minute thing. Okay. And by the way, here's another little tip. And this is what that calculator is based on. The average page has 330 words on it. The average time it takes to read a page we give is 3 minutes. We can do it faster, but that isn't the point. We just so you can figure out time. So when somebody gives you says, oh, well, it's only 5 pages. You go, well, wait a minute. Are you using 4-point font? You don't know what font it is. You don't know what size print it is. So that's why if you can figure out, and if you don't know this word will tell you how many words, you highlight something or look at the whole thing. It'll tell you in the lower left-hand corner how many words are on the page. And if you highlight something, it'll show you how many words you highlighted. So when you have the number of words, then you can actually figure out how long it's going to take you to do stuff. And then you can base your fee based on that. It's a pretty cool thing. Pretty cool thing. Cool. Thank you, guys. It was really an honor. I really had a great time. You guys are awesome.
No, hey, thank you very much for coming on with us. Thanks for sharing all that information, too.
Thank you so much, Larry.
We're going to go ahead and end the recorded portion of the mic check, but as everybody knows, the meeting ain't quite over yet, so you can stick around and hang out for however long you'd like. But for everybody on YouTube, thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. Join us every Monday for free script practice. You can also find the mic check on Facebook and Twitter. If you liked what you saw, then subscribe for more.